Good evening and welcome to the fourth night of our first ever virtual celebration of Legends. I'm Amanda Hernkind and I serve as a community engagement coordinator specializing in veteran outreach for St. Francis Reflections Life Stage Care. As a part of the St. Francis Community Outreach Team, I am able to work daily with veterans and veteran communities throughout the Brevard County area. It is a privilege and an honor to be able to shine light on specific veteran needs at end of life. At St. Francis Reflections, we are able to specialize in serving those individuals and their families to make sure they have peacefulness in their final days. This evening, we are continuing to celebrate legends within our community, both living and those who have left a legacy. Each day, we will share a legend story with you to honor them and the impact they have made. Tonight, we welcome you to our fourth evening of St. Francis Reflections 2020 Legends Week. We are very pleased to honor a legacy legend this evening, Mr. John Kassak.
Welcome to Legends 2020 and join us in honoring the late Mr. John Kassak, a legacy legend. John Edward Kassak was the pleasant person who made life amazing. Born in Akron, Ohio, and well-educated in the public school system, John attended the University of Michigan and earned a BA degree in electronic engineering from Vanderbilt University. He was a great achiever and had knowledge of every aspect of the field. John went on to obtain his master's degree in electronic engineering from the University of Central Florida. In February 1965, John married Cheryl Putnam.
I met him in Huntsville, Alabama, where my father was an engineer too. We keep it in the family.
The couple moved to Cocoa Beach, and John began working for NASA.
He did a lot of work with the cameras around the launch pad.
During his career, John accomplished the task of the many phases of developing the NASA International Space Station. John was a constant achiever, and he received many awards for his dedicated work. As a member of Institute of Electrical-Electronic Engineers Society, he obtained the title of President of the Port Canaveral section.
He was one of the first ones out there with NASA. I think back in 1963 he started.
He was so smart. He was a very dedicated person to his life as electronic engineer.
When he was not working, you could find John pursuing one of his many interests.
But not only was he outstanding in his work and his pioneering work with NASA, but he also took time for his family and also for his community to volunteer and donate his time and make an impression and, pay it forward to the community.
We belong to the Polish club here in Titusville, where we had our Polish festival.
John felt that life would be boring without music.
And his passion was accordion club. Yes, he played accordion.
And he would always, be in the back. He loved to play the accordion, and, that taught me my love of music. And
he loved his music, and classical music I do too. And he loved landscaping. We lived over in Merritt Island, and all he wanted to do was put the whole front yard like a jungle. He loved the landscape.
Retirement came in 2005 after serving NASA and the United States for nearly 45 years and living a career demonstrating his commitment to excellence.
He always tried to live up to the highest expectations, to the highest standards.
After his retirement, John and Cheryl spent their time traveling more and helping with their church.
Boy, did we travel.
On one of their trips, they traveled through Germany, Poland, and other European countries. It was after returning home from that trip that John began experiencing some medical issues and was diagnosed with ALS. John passed away on October 17, 2012.
He was just a really good father, caring and always there.
John Kassak's legacy and work with NASA lives on for future space endeavors, and his warmth and love lives on in the hearts of his family.
We would like to thank Mrs. Cheryl Kassak for allowing us the privilege of honoring her late husband, John. Cheryl holds a special place within the St. Francis Reflections family. She is a volunteer for us. We are very fortunate to have nearly 140 volunteers as part of our team, and each and every one of them share our core value of commitment to excellence. That commitment of excellence is something that was present in Mr. Kassak's life and his work. As Americans, we are so proud of our space program and our military. At St. Francis Reflections, it is such an honor for us to live our commitment of excellence and apply that to the men and women who serve this country. This evening, Mr. Steve Griffin, a veteran and another St. Francis Reflections volunteer, is going to share how we demonstrate our commitment of excellence and our efforts to honor the Space Coast veteran community.
There is no greater act of devotion and sacrifice than to raise your hand and swear an oath to give your life for your country. U.S. Armed Forces veterans made this commitment, often at grave personal risk, to keep us safe and to protect our freedoms. For this, they deserve our eternal gratitude and respect. At St. Francis Reflections, over 25% of our patients served in the U.S. military. To exhibit the special place they have in our hearts, we have built a program around assisting and recognizing these genuine American heroes. In fact, in saluting our nation's veterans, we have earned the highest ranking by We Honor Veterans, a collaboration between the Veterans Administration and the National Hospice and Palliative Care Organization. I'm Steve Griffin, and as a West Point graduate and former United States Army officer, I am very proud to volunteer for St. Francis Reflections' We Honor Veterans program, and I'd like to share with you some of the reasons why. All new patients at St. Francis Reflections who served in the military are given the option of being honored with a pinning ceremony. If they choose to take part, one of our volunteers, all of whom are fellow veterans, conduct research on the individual's service, including their assignments, unit history, awards, schools, and combat experience as applicable. And then they prepare a program for the pinning ceremony. Attendance at the ceremony can range from just our veteran and a few family members to a much larger gatherings that include extended family and friends. The volunteer conducting the ceremony details not only our veterans' military experience, but also what they did after leaving the service. We try to paint a complete picture of our veterans' life, often augmenting the spoken program with photos, citations, and other artifacts compiled during our research. During the ceremony, we present our veteran with a specially designed lapel pin, a ball cap designating their branch of service, and a certificate that reads, "We pay special tribute to you for your military service to America and for advancing the universal hope of freedom and liberty for all." This year, we also added another very special gift to our veterans, a full-sized American flag previously flown over the United States Capitol on the 4th of July. At the close of the ceremony, we present our veteran with a patriotic lap quilt, lovingly handmade by another group of St. Francis Reflections volunteers. While the pinning ceremony is designed to be an uplifting celebration, it can also be an emotional time for everyone. In many cases, neither our veteran nor their family and friends have ever heard the stories told in such a vivid, thorough manner. Our veterans are touched and gratified to be honored by someone who has also served, and they all tend to humbly downplay what they did in the military. For example, I recall a World War II veteran who won the Bronze Star for bravery in France. He tearfully looked at me after the ceremony and said that he was not deserving of this tribute because he had just done his job like everyone else. For families, the pinning ceremonies offer an uplifting respite in a time of unyielding sadness and grief that sometimes reveals inspiring details about their loved one that they never knew. Through We Honor Veterans, St. Francis Reflections provides specialized care to our veterans with life-limiting illnesses that demonstrates our deepest appreciation for their service. It's the right thing to do, and I'm immensely proud to be a part of it. I'm inviting you to please take a moment today to support our We Honors Veterans program. Your donation of any amount will help ensure we can give the absolute best we can to the veterans under our care. I want to personally thank you because I know that your gift will make a difference to the lives of some of our most truly extraordinary people.
Thank you so much for your service, Steve, and for your commitment to excellence. It is truly our honor to take care of the veterans in our community. As Steve said, your gift of any amount will help us honor these amazing men and women. We would like to share some unique opportunities with you. For $150, you can sponsor one of the special pinning ceremonies Steve spoke about. And for $100, you can sponsor the presentation of an American flag which flew over the United States Capitol building. Please support the veterans in your community by giving a gift. It couldn't be easier. Just click on the donate button on the screen or text Legends 2020 to 41444, and you will receive a link where you can make a one-time gift or even a pledge. Your gift makes an immediate and impactful difference in the life of a deserving veteran. On behalf of our entire St. Francis Reflections team, including Mrs. Cheryl Kassak, Mr. Steve Griffin, and the rest of our family of volunteers, thank you for joining us this evening to honor our very special legacy legend, Mr. John Kassak. Please join us tomorrow evening to honor our last 2020 legend.